Hello, welcome back to another stream. I hope you're all excellent. Since last stream, guess what? We did a lot of building. Huge surprise, I know. We have built so many trees. Last stream we were starting to build the dark oak forest. I finished all the custom trees since then. It took so many hours, over actually so many days as well. It was the most inefficient biome we've built so far because my week has been a shambles. But it is all done. I'll give you guys a quick look at that in a second. But today we are also building our swamp biome, which is behind us here. I built all the land because that is the biggest, tedious, time-consuming part. And it's pretty much just 3D printing land when you use Lightmatica, which is super efficient, but yeah, not the most riveting stream. So I did the land part, and today we're going to finish building the... Well, actually, that's a lie. We're not finishing. Again, under no illusion will we be finishing the trees today. But we're going to start the trees, and there's actually considerably less swamp trees than there are the dark oak biome and in the regular forest, but still more than enough that I can do in a stream. And I think it looks good. It's just like more sparingly spread around trees kind of situation. But it's still 30,000 blocks. And I think last stream when we did just the wood of the dark oak forest, I'm pretty sure we did like 10 to 12k in about 3 hours. Granted, these should be a little easy to build, arguably. Maybe not, I don't know. We'll find out. But yeah, that's today's plan. Give you guys a quick tour, look around. We have done so much land. This whole side of the castle is completely filled with our custom biomes now, which I'm actually so keen about. We definitely missed our finishing by the end of July ambitious goal, but we've done a lot regardless, so that's huge. This is our dark oak forest. We had done all the wood and one full tree as of last stream. I just basically threw on the leaves of one so you guys could see it. That one was way back there. We have now finished all of them. Of course, you can see it's very just plain moss, so we're missing the details again. If you missed some of the other streams, we've been doing just like the rough as if it's not like, you know, 200,000 blocks per biome. The rough design of it, and then we're going back and doing the details later. So that's why it's just mostly plain moss, no grass or anything like that, but the trees themselves look sick. I actually really like them. They are inspired slash taken from my Lapida build in a inside garden thing. I don't know what else to explain it. It's in the main Lapida video. And I basically took those trees that I designed for that and went definitely supposed to be a piece of string there, but that's fine. Took that design and expanded on it, and then, you know, went crazy for a whole forest, which is why it took so long, because as you can see, there is an insane amount of leaves, insane amount of moss, and it's supposed to make like a huge canopy. You can see a bit of light going through it on purpose, but yeah, it's very dense in some spots, really dark in other spots, with the moss kind of blocking the light. I did have to make this whole place spawn proof. The carpets with the light underneath them have made this place fully spawn proof, minus these pests that spawn anyway. Unfortunately, don't have a solution for them yet. I'll deal with it at some point probably. But yeah, we had so many mobs under here. It was insane. Like during the day, because this whole thing was like covered by the leaves and the moss, it was just a mob factory pretty much. But we fixed it. So now we can walk through here during the day, and at night it's actually completely fine. And even on top of the trees, we had to do a little bit more spawn proofing, because they can spawn on here as well. They can't spawn on the leaves, but because there's so much moss, they can just spawn on that. But yeah, it's super dense up here. It's fully spawn proof now, and yeah, I really like it. I dig it. The glowberries, I think, well, one, so time consuming. So time consuming because you can use Lightmatica for them, but I think they make a really cool ambient lighting. And, you know, the moss carpets with the streamlights underneath them make up for the difference to like fully spawn proof it for now. But they look kind of obvious because it's the only thing out here. Once we add the details with the grass and whatnot, they'll definitely be a lot more hidden. So it'll look less stupid, I guess, more less obvious at least. And then, so let me skip this. I can use my keyboard. Let's go. And then yeah, today we're building the swamp biome. Build all the land for it. It's mostly just a ton of moss, a ton of mud, a ton of stone, and a bit of dirt as well. But it's all custom. It's gonna be pretty deep in some spots. The river connects, runs through the whole place, all the way to the back corner, and then we have a bunch of like little pools But you know, the big main river still runs through the place. But it's going to be covered in a lot of water. I do want to add, somebody suggested in chat a few streams ago, adding green glass to like at the bottom of these little pools and running water over the top of it to give like the green water look that the new swamps have now. We can't get that in One Block because everything counts as a plains biome in the F3 menu. So all the water is the same color, all the grass is the same color, yada yada. But if we add glass underneath it, we can get that effect. So I'm going to work on that, but that'll be part of the details stage, not today's stream plan. Because we have a lot of trees to build. I have all the materials. We've been collecting like crazy in between streams. I should fly up real quick, just get rid of all these mobs. It's kind of ridiculous. The second it goes 9, they just fill the whole place. There's a hole there for some reason. That's fun. I don't have moss on me at the moment. Actually, yeah, I have a stack in here. I take it back. We can fix. Don't know why there's a hole. But yeah, this place, if I zoom out a bit, big river system runs through the entire place, and then goes all the way through, runs through this section here, and fills up this. I don't know how I'm going to do the water in this section. Yeah, I don't know if I'll fill it entirely. But yeah, it kind of all runs all the way down here. And then there's going to be a waterfall down here. Ignore the gaps. Didn't have great concrete powder, but I had everything else. It's going to be a little cliff here, and this will run into our next biome, which is going to be the custom Studio Ghibli movie recreation on this side here. So I'm very keen about. But yeah, that's the land. It's pretty wild. It's pretty insane. It's pretty big. It's definitely, it's one of the most custom land pieces we've done so far. I feel like those two are pretty basic land-wise, and we just did a bunch of custom trees. This got the big custom land and big custom trees, which we should start. If I start this recording, everything's going all good. Streamlabs isn't bugging out on me today. That's actually huge for us. And we can get to going. No idea how far we're going to get. I don't know if you guys can tell from my voice. Apologies if you can. I'm a little unwell again today. But again, we push through. We want to get more of this done. I already missed our first ambitious goal, so I want to try and at least get a decent amount done before Borderlands 4 comes out. That's the next goal, basically. Again, given the rate we built this, I don't think we're finishing all of it, unfortunately, but we'll do our best. We'll see how we go. Starting with, I think there's a tree like right here somewhere. Yeah, perfect. Now these trees are going to be a little bit of a headache, depending. Why is my music so loud in comparison today? Damn, YouTube with the audio controls. It's really hard to like not mute it, but it'd be quiet enough. Yeah, that's a little better. Yeah, these trees, sorry, recording, streaming, beautiful. These trees do use custom materials, different materials per tree, but they're not as bad as our other two forests, which is huge for us. So I didn't split them into wood and then leaves and doing them separately again. It just didn't seem worth it. There is a bunch of dark oak trees, and then there's a dark oak and spruce. I think there's like a mix. And then I think the majority, or at least half, is mangrove wood. Because that's like, you know, the usual swamp tree. Which, I was intending to start with one, like a swamp tree, because that seems like the most logical one. Like, we're building dark oak trees again already. But, please, yoink. But yeah, I figured, logic-wise of how I want to film the time-lapse, from the back here all the way to the front probably looks better. So we're starting at a bit of a weird order in terms of trees, but always for the time lapse. What it's going to look like in the video, I guess, is the biggest point. Ooh, it expands out so much. Okay, we're going to have to work out the tech of how to build these quickly. Because I want to try, I don't know if I'll get them all done today. Like on and off stream. I'm probably gonna stream a little bit. I'm hoping my voice holds up. I kind of lost it. I went out to the footy last night, and yeah, I don't know, just absolutely shot my voice up. My voice, to be fair, my voice is kind of weak. I kind of just kill it instantly, even from streaming. If I'm just talking normally for 3 hours straight, my voice starts to go. So not really surprised that going out to the footy, having some beverages, yelling with the hilarious fans of footy. I don't mind footy. I don't like watch it enough to like have a team or whatever. I used to watch it a bit as a kid. Also, I just realized I'm Australian, by the way. So footy to me is Australian rules football. So not like football as in soccer and not football as in NFL, the Americans. Completely different sport to both. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan. I'm more of a basketball person myself. But my family have gotten into watching it a bunch, and they yeah, started going a bunch recently. And invited me. I was like, yeah, why not? I'll go just for fun. They've been trying to get me to actually like start supporting an actual team. Missed one here. And yeah, I've been going to a bunch of the Collingwood games. If you're Australian, you'd know. If you're not, which I assume 90% won't, it's basically just the most notoriously bogan team. Is bogan like a universal word, or is that just an Australian thing? How to explain bogan? Like, Darrow? Is that a word that people would know? I feel like that's even more Australian. They're kind of funny and famous for being feral, but in like a funny way. Sometimes definitely not a funny way, but like the stereotype is the funny way. So that the crowd is always super rowdy, super into the footy, like insane amounts. It actually confuses me how people are so like not pumped, because I know people really like sports, but like the different breed. It's really weird. And it was just hilarious. People just screaming stuff from the sidelines, like intentionally in an entertaining way. Like some people do care that much and are being super serious, but some of the people we sat with, or not with, we don't know them to be clear. Some people we sat near last night were just yelling the most nonsensical stuff, just because they were drunk and having a good time, and it was just hilarious. So we started getting into yelling things. Definitely not as loud, to be clear, but yeah, that kind of shot my voice, just cheering along with the crazy local fans. So yeah, now my voice is absolutely cooked, and I was already a little unwell. Add yelling out in the cold with multiple beverages at the same time. Yeah, she's cooked. So my voice goes as well. Yeah, we'll see how many trees we can get done. This, I'm getting the vibe. I know where the 30,000 leaves go, and sorry, the 30,000 blocks go, and it's in the leaves. This is going to be definitely a slow build, but I might prioritize like building one, at least one. I would probably get quite a few of each of them done, but make sure I do one of each of the types of trees. I think there's like 4 or 5 different variations of tree shape, and then there'll be a couple of different wood types, like spruce, dark oak, and mangrove wood used throughout them. I might make sure we at least get one of each done, so we can see him, and then whenever I tap out, or either my voice dying, or I just need to pass out because I am exhausted, yeah, I'll finish the rest off stream. And then the plan after that is kind of in shambles. I don't know what I'm doing yet. So the next stream will probably still be a little while off. Already out of mangrove leaves. At least we kind of know like the ratio of how quickly we're using stuff. We can start some inventory management. It doesn't seem anywhere near as bad as the other trees, at least. But yeah, the plan is kind of in shambles because we didn't hit our ambitious goal, right? Borderlands 4 comes out September 12th. If you don't know, because you watch just the Minecraft content, my main channel, the Kody McHugh channel, is Borderlands content, primarily. I've done a few other games as well, but mostly Borderlands 4. Sorry, just Borderlands. Started with Borderlands 3. So we will definitely be going ham the second that game comes out. Streaming it a bunch, making videos on the Kody McHugh channel, all that crazy stuff. So this main project, if it's not done, will be on the back burner for a little bit. Again, not sure what the plan is. Maybe I do like, you know, at least for the first couple of weeks, I will be like 24/7 non-stop grinding Borderlands videos. And then, you know, as it's been out a little while, we add some Minecraft streams in there, here and there. Which was the original plan. I think it would work a lot better, because as you can probably tell from my stream schedule, it's kind of all over the place. It's kind of whenever I can, you know, once I finish that biome, I built this land, and the second I was finished that, I get up for this stream, got all the materials for it, and streamed the second I could. But that led to, I think my last stream was like 4 days ago. Mostly because my week was a shambles, which I will get into, but yeah, it was supposed to be earlier, I promise. But with that, being, you know, every few days usually, having a regular Borderlands stream, and then whenever I've grinded materials, you know, AFK or manually, for the next stage of the Minecraft project, we can just sneak a little Minecraft stream here and there as well. You know, alternating back and forth between the two would be sick. Would be ideal. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Don't know when or what we're doing, but yeah, definitely don't have the brain capacity or the rest in my little brain to fully get a plan going for that yet. But I'm gonna finish the swamp. I'm gonna finish the swamp biome. I think I'll do the details off stream. I think it's because I don't really know what I'm doing. I think I'm gonna just like do little bits and bobs here and there whenever I get time. You know, 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there, which has been like majority of my building that biome, and honestly even this biome a little bit. Which sucks for stream. It makes it, I mean, I kept getting interrupted and was very slow this week, but by not having to wait for a stream, I can still get a lot done. You know, when I get 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there, even when my week is in a shambles. So like, that's a good thing at least. I don't know. The details might have to stay on that, because I don't see that quite fixing just yet. And then yeah, when we get the details done, including the water, I think there's actually so many little plans I've had going in my head since the last stream, which I'm gonna slowly get around to letting you guys know, / let me know what you also think. But yeah, once we do the water, maybe then we'll do the next biome. And just have so many things to do. I got so many things to build. I'm super behind on editing. I haven't started the main edit of this video, which now that we're not going to finish it before Borderlands 4, I think doing a little rough edit of like a bit of a timeline situation, like a rough start to the edit would probably be a good idea, just so I have a general idea of what I'm doing, what I've done, and we can go from there once the first couple of weeks craziness of Borderlands 4 is finished. Some more leaves. Oh, we're out of oak leaves as well. Need the rest in that. Yeah, so a little rough edit would be a good idea. I want to make a bunch of shorts. Surprisingly, the shorts have started doing pretty well. If you don't know, I've been making shorts and TikToks. What is this? Spruce wood? Had that somewhere. Yeah, here. I've been making shorts and TikToks, whichever one you prefer to watch it on. The same video. A short form version of the streams. Or, you know, an individual project, not necessarily just one stream. To kind of keep an update going, follow along what's going on with the project if you can't catch the streams. I originally wanted to have them out rapid enough. Like, do one project, make a short. Do one project, do it, make another short. But one man can only do so many different things at the same time. You know, when I start falling behind, I'm like, I don't know what to prioritize. So they're definitely well behind the stream schedule. Like, I haven't even caught up to editing a short on the first biome we built, let alone we're on number 4 at the moment. So They aren't my original goal of, you know, keeping people up to date with what's happening on stream, so if they want to jump into one, they know what's going on, unfortunately. But at least they can follow along with the project all the way for the main video. And they can always jump in for a stream if they want to. It's not too hard to keep up with. Ooh, we're almost finished. Last layer. Hold that thought. Bam, 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 bam. Done. Alright, so we turn this off real quick and you can have a quick little look. This is our first tree. This is our custom swamp biome trees. This is the dark oak version. This back here looks hilarious. Yeah, this is the dark oak tree version. We're gonna have a bunch with spruce. I think this is the mix wrap. Yeah, so it starts off with dark oak at the bottom. That should be a wood block, not a log. But yeah, then at the bottom it's dark, goes up to the lighter spruce wood. We're gonna have a bunch of different variations of trees, but then also those variations in mangrove wood as well, because you know, swamps are usually mangrove wood. Now the question is, which one do we build next? You can see where they all spread out to. Maybe that one there. Seems to be the closest one. I'm not missing any ammo. Yeah, I think we go with this one. I don't know if this is a mangrove one as well, or sorry, dark oak wood one as well, or mangrove? It is mangrove wood. Oh, actually, before I forget, that is supposed to be wood. That block right there. Get rid of this. Nope. Give that. Yeah, perfect. We don't want the log at the top. We want the same texture at the top. Alright, now we just need to dump all of our dark oak logs. The leaves will be the same. Dump off our dark oak materials. Just the wood, I'm pretty sure. That was all dark oak, right? Yeah, we probably don't want to mix that all up. Leave me alone, please, sir. Bam, bam. Spruce in that one, and then we want mangrove. Start with four. Go away. Is it all wood? Looks like it's all wood. Okay. It's definitely not efficient on resources, but hey, it means we don't have to carry the variation in our inventory, I guess. So it's efficient in some way, I guess. Depends how you look at it. This does have the spruce bits, though. True. Does have the spruce logs and not logs, slabs and fences. Right here, instead of the dark oak that the other ones have. Do you have stairs? You have a stair, classic. I have one, so I gotta hold it in my inventory. Nah, there's two. Alright, fine, give me a stack. Fine, I was trying to be cheap for my inventory's sake, but give me a stack. And then break this. Chuck that back in there. Ooh, I have a slime bowl. That's what's keeping my inventory full. We'd be fine otherwise. Also don't need that moss in us. Beautiful. Alright, chuck that in there. And we can build our first mangrove swamp tree. Wow, we've got a lantern in there just to stop the mobs from spawning. We can do what we did with our dark oak forest and just like break the floor inside it so no mobs can spawn anyways. But if there's a log on the inside of the tree that is a log, if there's a block on the inside of the tree that is a log that they can stand on, they can just spawn there anyways. So it's better to just have a lantern lighting the whole thing up. IMO at least. And this one is more of our kind of a laying over tree, kind of draping across the water that will be underneath it eventually. Focusing mostly on the wood at the start, then we go back down with schematic. Leaves. I think it's easier. I don't actually know, to be honest, but we're gonna start with it and see how we go. Oops. In saying that, we don't wanna build over blocks, which we've accidentally already done a lot, actually. Ooh, we messed up. All right, new tech. Don't do that. That's stupid. Terrible plan. Who thought of that? Okay, these are over here. Okay, yeah, what was I saying about the plan? The grand plan? Want to make some more shorts, want to catch up with those. I already know what I want to do for each one. I just need to simply make it. Problem is they take forever. The way I make them, like the whole replay mod and flashback and whatnot with the cinematic camera, not in-game gameplay all the time, just to make it look better and give you an overall look, little time lapse of farmers being built and whatnot. It takes so long, which usually for the main video, I mean the main video already just takes so long for that reason, but I'm kind of used to it, I guess. Whereas for shorts, I kind of wanted to keep less intensive on the edit, so we can keep them, you know, up to date with the streams was the original plan. They still take so long. Like I can barely get one done a day, depending on what it is, I guess. So yeah, they kind of just take forever. So I've got a couple done, I guess, but it just depends what they are. I want to catch up on those. I've got a bunch of other work. For my other work I need to do. Need to get it a little ready for Borderlands 4. I really wanted an editor. Need to find some kind of editor. It's really hard to get an editor for Minecraft content because, you know, just like sending a video across for them to like edit the clips together. Like I make the video as I go with a replay mod and flashbacks. That's kind of really difficult to give to somebody else. You kind of have to know what you're doing entirely, make those clips, and then give them, which isn't really the hard part, or it's like you have to explain so much that it really wouldn't save you much time. So we can get that leaf in there, beautiful. But for Borderlands content, you kind of just film a full explanation if it's a tutorial video, and then they edit the clips together, and maybe add a few extra pop-ups on top. That's doable. Problem is, I just simply don't know where to find a good editor. That could be really difficult. That would save us a lot of time, and would free up time to be able to, you know, keep the Minecraft project going when Borderlands 4 is out, potentially. Or just to pump out even more Borderlands content while it's busy, you know? While it's popping off. Oh, I'm missing a block in there. Yeah. Beautiful. Any others? I think that's it. Beautiful. Basically nighttime. It kind of baits me with how much we've built so far, if it's actually nighttime or not. Pretty sure we can sleep now, but I often try to sleep way too early. Just because the sun is covered by the big forest we built or the wall. And it starts getting dark, but it's bait. It's not actually nighttime yet. Why are those two blocks like that? I don't know. Also, there's a zombie chilling under the tree. I need to spawn proof those. Good shout, zombie. Good looking out. Kind of forgot about that. We are out of oak leaves. Feel my voice going already. Huge for us. You also... Is that the zombie? You're an idiot, dude. You walked out from that shade all the way over here. You're gonna burn? There we go. Yep. Give me more of these. Beautiful. But yeah, this week, like I said, has been an absolute shambles of a week. I was already like, had a lot on my plate to try and smash out, try be, you know, getting as much of this project done as I could with shorts I was talking about, getting the VODs up and whatever. And my other work that I have to get done. I was already falling behind a little bit, right? Not too bad, but just like a little bit. And then it all just kind of got derailed like crazy. Because Lily, my girlfriend, if you haven't watched many of the streams until recently, got into a car accident. She's okay. The other person is completely okay. Her car, their car, not so much. I'm not sure what happened with their car in terms of like if it's repairable or whatnot. I mean, I think it is. It's just with insurance and whatnot, it doesn't really have to be that damage for it to be like a write-off or not worth fixing, whatever. So I'm not sure what the result of their car was. Ugh. The damage was to their back wheel axle, and that's pretty much it. So it just depends how much they had it covered for, I guess. But yeah, both parties had insurances. You know, relatively okay. It sucks, but it's relatively okay. But yeah, Lily's car kind of got totaled, unfortunately. So she didn't have a car for like a week. She's now got another car situation going, so she can drive around. But my week was just being an Uber service boyfriend, which meant absolutely zero work progress got done because her work is ages away, which absolutely cooked like 2 hours of my day every day minimum, just getting her to work. And then if she had anything else on, we were in shambles. We got absolutely nothing done. Um, that's why I was like, oh yeah, if I can fit 20 minutes here and there, it's not too bad. But if we're trying to like hold for a big project on stream, it slows things down because I really just had no time this week. But yeah, just trying to fit stuff in here and there. Also, while trying to like keep it as a big time lapse was really difficult as well. Because I wanted to try and build. I mean, I wasn't getting the leaves done in one sitting. That's 100,000 blocks. That just ain't happening. But I was trying to keep it relatively in one big section. So if I can do it in like 1 or 2 days, in multiple sittings across those 2 days, that'd be ideal. But yeah, it just fell apart. So I think when was our forest building stream? Yeah, it was quite a few days. Building custom 26. Dude, it was a week ago? I thought it was like 4 days ago. It was last Saturday. God damn. I didn't realize it had already been a week. I thought it was like 4 or 5 days. Well, yes. That took way longer than I expected then. And then I was hoping to do the swamp building stream on Friday. And then I realized it's probably better to do the land off stream, you know, like we did with the other ones, because it's just a little bit more efficient and whatnot. Prioritizing trying to get the project done, I think is the better plan at the moment. Otherwise, we end up with a Lapidus situation, the castle in the sky situation, where I end up still building the same project for a year. And everyone's like, yo, forgot his YouTube password? When's this guy uploading? What happened to this guy? Is he alive? So this time we're prioritizing getting it done. But yeah, I definitely wanted to stream more of it. And get more of it done at the same time. Was trying to do both. We are at least, like, we didn't hit our goal, but we are still building like an insane amount. Ooh. Next tree, this one has logs apparently. Which we do have in here somewhere. Yep, there we go, beautiful. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Can any of this stack? Six leaves. We're gonna do that to me right now. There we go, we can stack that. We get the logs out. You hold on to that. Snack. Bam. Beautiful. Don't know why most of them don't use logs. I usually change the schematic, edit the custom trees so that most of it is logs that can be logs. I want the wood texture on any spot that you can see, but usually, you know, in the trunk of the tree you can have a lot of logs. So I switch it to that to, you know, save on resources, because wood is expensive. Like mangrove wood or any kind of wood block is for every 4 logs makes 3 wood, if that makes sense. If you ever crafted before, you already know. But yeah, it's kind of expensive as hell. Yeah, that's good. We don't want to be building over any leaves again. So yeah, I try to be conservative. Try to save on the materials. For some reason, I just straight up didn't. This one, which I guess is fine. We have a tree farm, you know. We're rich. It's fine. Where's my... There it is. Yeah, this is the same tree, surely. Everything. Next layer. Start on the ground, especially with a big hanging tree like this. Definitely easy to connect them first few layers from the ground. Then we can start doing a little hops, elytra hops parkour to connect them 2 layers in. What? Beautiful. And then yeah, what was the other of all these plans, all the plans I was talking about? What was I too gonna be? Oh, the glass. So many materials, man. There's just so many different things that I'm like, don't know if I want to do that. And then with the next project, right? Not a full spoiler. I mean, I've definitely hinted at it enough if you're paying attention in a lot of streams. That next project, I want to build other things in the biomes. You know, other things. If you're reading between the lines, you probably get there. Yeah, which makes me question what I want to do, particularly with the ocean biome, because I may or may not want to build something in the ocean biome. If you can guess what that could be. I might... I don't know what I want to do with the water, because if you fill it, then you're going to build in the water, you know? And it is going to be, like, an insanely monumental task to fill that ocean biome. You guys are being really annoying. I'll be so for real. Please let me build my biome in peace. Get out of here. Anyways, yeah, it's gonna be an insanely monumental task to fill that thing with water. It's gonna be absolutely ridiculous. So I'm considering, similar to what the chat suggestion was of adding green glass to the bottom of the swamp floor and then adding water over the top to give it that green look. I'm considering putting a couple layers of blue glass, or, you know, light blue, cyan, whatever color looks best, glass towards the top. No, I don't know if at the very top, but I guess it'd be a few layers. So it'd probably be like water level, glass, couple layers, glass, couple layers, glass. Give that like a void fog effect. In the ocean biome. This is just an idea. I don't know if I fully want to do this yet, but I was thinking of this while I was building the swamp land. That this could be a good idea. It could be a shout. We could just fill it with glass, right, for a few layers. Give it the fog effect, void situation. Then add water on top of that, right? So then it looks like it's full, with whatever color added to it as well. So it doesn't look like just plain water, you know, filling a giant pit. And then we can also, by doing that, leave the main pit technically empty and very easy to build in once we break through, you know, go under the water, break through the glass. Then it makes it really easy to build in. And we can customize it, making it easy to move around in and see. And then once we build the next project, you know, in the ocean, then we fill it with water. That could be the play. Downsides to that, obviously, I want to build every biome and not fully filling it with water. People are like, yo, you didn't even fill it with water. That's kind of lame. And I would be like, what the hell's going on here? We're just adding glass. That's not water. But oh, and other huge con, we can't fill it with animals. I want to fill it with fish and turtles and the stupid dolphins. They'll definitely die because the AI is the dumbest thing in this game, aside from bees in One Block for some reason. So yeah, not being able to do that sucks. But it might be worth for the huge bonus of being able to build and not be underwater. And then breaking it later would be a nightmare. Breaking all that glass, like looking at the size of that ocean over there, right? It's like it's the size of one of these biomes. It's bigger. I don't have the render distance, damn it. Give me that. I'm gonna fly over there real quick. Like, looking at the size of this pit, the amount of glass is probably going to be, per layer, 100k glass. Maybe more? I don't actually know the number, but it's probably going to be about 100k. And if we're doing, like, 2, maybe even 3 layers to give the proper void effect, like, that's the cheapest amount of layers you can make to create that void effect. That's a lot of glass. That's like an insane amount of glass. Glass does not instant break with haste 2. So breaking that could be actually criminal. Like weeks and weeks to break and just painful beyond belief. So another idea is just not breaking it. But then what about the animals? Leaving it empty underneath, no water underneath, and then multiple layers of glass and water on top. Looks good from the external, right? Then going in, you have the ability to build in there, the next project, and then the other project we might want to do after it. I don't know, there's very far in the distance plans that we could do. But then, yeah, we don't technically fill it. But then do we care if we fill it? Yeah, shmip shmap. I kind of want the animals. So maybe we do, you know, a few layers of water. Enough for them to be animals on top. You know, maybe we do 5 to 10 levels of water, right? And then we do the glass effect. And then we leave room to build underneath. That could be another shout. I don't know. All vague plans I've been thinking about. Don't know what we'll do. Don't know what would look coolest. Don't know what would be like the least insane thing to do or the most insane thing to do. You know, maybe we want one or the other on that scale. We want to be doing insane cool things like I feel like we've been trying to do so far. But we don't also want it to take a year. You know, and if we're trying to break 3 layers of glass without haste 2 instant break, that is kind of insane. So yeah, I don't know. Another thing on the list, potential plans, potential thoughts that we could do, we could not do. We'll see how we go. That's what the extra details. Big stage might be off stream because again, it's going to be a huge amount of work. It's going to be 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there, 8 hours here, 16 hours there, 10 minutes here, you know, that kind of thing. And then we eventually just get it done, you know? But don't know. I'm lost. I'm confused. I don't know what I want to add, you know? So many little plans, so many little things. Don't know if we want to do it in this project, the next project. Maybe some things are just too damn ambitious for one near YouTube video. But I guess we'll see. I guess I'll try and get a good amount of sleep for once in my life. And then have a good planning day, you know? Bring it all together. Scope out the next couple months of plans, because I kind of need to replan what I was doing, because now that we have not hit the end of July, finished building this project, and it's looking like, you know, it's projected to not finish before Borderlands 4 comes out. I might need another plan. What we're gonna do. So yeah, if I could actually just get a decent night's sleep for once in my life, smash a good planning day out would be huge right now. Now what the hell I'm doing with the shorts, what the hell I'm doing with the building of the project. That would be sick. I've also been watching so much Minecraft content lately. I typically do, me and Lily really like watching it. I unintentionally got Lily very into Minecraft. Not unintentionally, it was fully intentionally. I don't even know why. That was just like an automatic word. It was very intentionally got Lily into Minecraft. She absolutely loves it. And then she doesn't play games as much anymore. She's too busy being a girl boss, working all the damn time. But she loves watching it. It's like, you know, the nightly TV, we watch a bunch of Minecraft series together. And I've been watching a bunch of others that like we don't watch together or whatever. And I've been watching a server and a new series that somebody's been playing. Basically just watching the early days of Minecraft and then grinding like huge, big, mega projects and ideas and plans and schemes on multiplayer servers, that kind of thing. And it makes me miss, one, the beginning stages of Minecraft so much. I just want to like start a new world and grind like crazy and, you know, get the villages, get the gear, get the setups for your farms and all that fun stuff. I absolutely love early game Minecraft, and then also just regular Minecraft. I have played a disgusting amount of Minecraft for the last 2 to 3 years. Pretty much since we started this One Block world. For instance, 57 days, 58 days in this world alone. That is a gross amount of hours, and that's not including the design world, and that's not including like editing the videos as well. So like I'm just, Minecraft is constantly on the brain. But I haven't actually played regular Minecraft since I started this world. Not like properly, I don't think. Maybe not even at all, to be honest. But definitely not a proper world in those few years. So I really miss, you know, regular Minecraft, caving, whatnot, being able to fly around and, you know, see regular biomes rather than just void non-stop. Being able to make bigger farms, not being limited on resources, having all the blocks. Like, this could be a good or bad thing, depending on your stance. But I haven't seen a deep slate block. Well, I've seen, I think, a total of 15 deep slate blocks, and they're all from the trial changes. That's the only reason they ever got added to this world. Since I started this one block. So many things that we just can't get because we're just in a void world that I miss. I wanna play regular Minecraft again. So yeah, I've been very much missing that. And there are plans. I think they're in the very far future plans. Like, I don't know when that's gonna fit into my life type plans. To have another world. I want to go. I definitely don't want to leave this one until I've done all the crazy ideas that I have for it. But yeah, watching a bunch of new series, and like the early stages of Minecraft is so nostalgic. Which is crazy because I'm still playing the game, but it still feels like I'm not. Like, I'm playing it in such a different way. Like playing One Block. I'm out of mangrove wood. What the hell? Yeah, I'm playing One Block. I'm also, like, you know, just building giant projects, huge things. You know, just a million materials on the material list, gathering just absurd industrial amounts of everything. There's no chill, wholesome, early stage Minecraft involved in this project whatsoever. We left the early game behind a long time ago, and I miss it. I want to start a new world and just do a crazy big project and go from 0 to 100 and go ham, binge it like crazy. I need like the 2-week Minecraft phase, even though I play Minecraft nonstop. Even though I got thousands of hours clocked, I want the 2-week Minecraft phase anyway. But yeah, I don't know if we're gonna fit that in. After me, like, you know, being like, damn, we didn't hit our ambitious goal. I'm behind on my editing. I'm behind on my VODs. I wanna start a rough edit of this video, and I'm like, yeah, I actually really kind of just want to throw in a 2-week Minecraft phase, a new world. It's really, I want to throw that in the mix. You know, I don't feel like there's anything. I don't think there's enough on my plate at the moment. I want to play more video games. Some oak leaves. That'll do. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Ah. I've also heavily been considering getting a laptop, like a beefy gaming one that could also record. Not to stream, because that requires like an insane amount of power. It could probably stream but then not record. I don't know. I guess you could probably you'd have to spend just an insane amount of money on a laptop for it to have that much power is the main problem. And my computer itself is a really strong computer. I went all out on it when I brought it originally because I knew I was hopefully going to be able to keep it for a long time and it keep up. But yeah, if we... on the download, don't tell my computer this. I kind of want a new one. I kind of want a faster graphics card. I kind of want to be able to render things at an insane pace. The new graphics cards are crazy. Like, here's my stats on the top right. I've got an i9 processor. That's a really, really good processor. In 2020, this is basically the best computer I could buy. An i9 9900 KS was like the juice. And then a 2080 Ti, I'm pretty sure was still the strongest graphics card I could get at the time. But that was like 6 years ago, and now I want a faster one. I spend so much time on it. I want a faster one. I want another one. I want 2 PCs. I could even use this computer that I'm currently using, RAM. I wouldn't get rid of this one. This thing's the best. Well, I guess there's 2 options. You could always upgrade this one. Probably difficult because, you know, some parts aren't compatible. But I could keep this PC as the recording streaming machine, rendering machine, and then game on the other one, or vice versa, I guess, depending on what I'm rendering. If I'm trying to go rapid speeds, the new PC, you know. But if I'm trying to render something on the side while I'm streaming with this computer or recording with this computer, you know. could be the play, but that's so expensive. They're so pricey. They're already so pricey, and then remember I'm Australian. They're even more money. It's ridiculous. Eh. Get this man a 4090 ASAP. That's what I'm saying, TJ. That's what I'm saying. That or a 5090. I hear there's weird things about those though. So maybe I want that, maybe I don't. I haven't looked into them yet because I know the second I actually look into PC parts, I'll get obsessed and be like, oh, I've got to buy one. I want it. Oh, I've got the critical stage of lighting this thing. Yoink. But yeah, if I get a new PC, I'm like, well, I can't buy a laptop and a new PC. That's absurd. What are you? I'm not on that tax bracket. Chill with all that. But low-key, I want both. Low-key, I want a BP laptop that I can travel with and still work. Or, and by work, I mean play video games, to be clear. So I can still grind the project whilst traveling about. Or even just be sat on the couch. If I'm doing big grindy things that don't require me to be at my desk, why am I at my desk, you know? I could have a sick laptop again. And I used to have a gaming laptop back in the day. They're so sick. My old laptop definitely died from me playing 7,000 playthroughs of Borderlands 2 on it, but while it was alive, she was a goat of a PC, a goat of a laptop. And, you know, just chilling around in the lounge room, TV on the background at night, vibing, playing video games at the same time, that is peak. Peak. I need that peak back in my life. But at some point, I need to get both, is what I'm saying. I don't know how, I need to... As one of my videos just needs to go absolutely crazy bananas, and then maybe I could afford it, that'd be hype. Rip. Rip my boy zombie. Okay, maybe this is the strat. We were building the wood primarily first, and then trying to do the leaves, and that was kind of a mess. Layer by layer seems to be working better again. Might be just this kind of tree, but seems a little easier. Oh, also, the light matter colors have all changed since the last stream. I'm pretty sure it was the last stream. My eyes were so sick of just looking at all of these like light pink purple colors were orange, and any block I placed wrong was red. Or it doesn't even have to place wrong, it just has to be in the schematic that's not in the schematic, but is placed in the world. Okay, all of those white blocks right there would be red. It was burning my eyeballs. So I changed them all. I'm lucky like I get lost with what if I've placed it wrong or if it's just in the wrong state. Because that means wrong state. It's still supposed to be there, but in the wrong state. That means wrong. Just it's not supposed to be there in the schematic at all. And I get lost. I get lost in the source with the colors, I'll be honest. But hey, it's not burning my eyeballs anymore with it being red and orange. Need a gaming laptop. I'm using a standard everyday one and it's rough. Yeah. Big vibes. I had one for school originally, which was like a pretty good laptop for a school laptop. I was like the first year level that they started introducing laptops back in the day. How do you do fellow kids meme insert here? Like the first year level for that, and the first one was just like the worst laptop you've ever heard of. Like, to be clear, they had functional laptops, decent laptops by this stage in technology, right? But the ones that they were shipping out to at least my school, horrendous, just the worst thing you've ever seen in your life. So many kids absolutely destroyed them. I originally at that year level went to a pretty trash school as well, so the kids did not care at all. And then a few years later, suddenly they're like, you know what? We don't actually have to give the worst laptop in existence to these kids. If we actually acted like these laptops were supposed to help their education, we could get them one that works. You know, it does a little bit of computing power, you know? And that thing was pretty decent. It was still, you know, supposed to be for studying and not gaming, but hey, we pushed it to the limits. We rendered as much Minecraft as we could. Where the hell? Do I not have spruce slabs? I swear I have spruce slabs. thought I did all this. Am I blind? Spruce slabs. They're just in a weird color shulker box. Yeah. And then, yeah, once I got myself employed, in like year 9, year 10, whenever that was. Yeah, it would have been year 9. Got myself a gaming laptop. Greatest thing I ever bought. I know I've said on stream multiple times that it was the, it's the standing desk is the greatest thing I've ever bought. But at the time, that was the greatest thing I've ever bought. That thing was sick. The amount of... Red Oak leaves, boys. The amount of Borderlands 2 playthroughs that in that thing. Goddamn. And then one day, the battery died. The battery died, it corrupted, it burnt out and died. Rest in peace, laptop. Wait, some more? May as well finish this. Beautiful. A couple layers over here. And how many we built? This is our 4th? Yikes, it's been an hour! Yeah, so like I said at the start, I'm under no delusion that we will be finishing this biome today. Honestly, might even not finish this biome today full stop, let alone on stream. I do have basketball later today. And I'm definitely not going back to building swamp trees post-basketball. I will be passed out on the couch. Absolutely cooked. I'm already exhausted now. I don't know how I'm going to have energy for it. But I'll have to find it from somewhere. Where am I building the next one? Maybe this guy here? Okay, so we built 4 in an hour. We can map out the rest, right? We can project the rest. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So that's another 4.5 hours, if I mathed correctly, at 4 an hour. Whoa, yeah, no, yeah. I don't think I'd get that done by the end of the day. I think we'd have to be going rapid quick to keep up. Break these here. Okay, that one is straight up in that moss pile over there. I'm sure that's fine. I'm sure that's all part of the plan. What's going on here? I mean, sure. A bit random, but sure, I guess. And on that side, beautiful. Oh, also, pretty sure since last stream, right? The Rafa Borderlands 4 character, like backstory intro trailer, whatever you want to call it, came out. So sick in comparison to the Vex one. So sick. I really liked the Vex trailer in terms of like, I mean, it was funny, it looked great, graphics wise, looked sick, whatever. But my main complaint was kind of a lame backstory, particularly for a siren. Funny for sure, but like kind of it's not that high. Like, what are we doing here? Then a Rafa comes through and saves the day. I was kind of deliberating between the two who I wanted to play first, Vex or Rafa, which I feel like is heavily influenced by the fact that they are basically only promoting Vex, and now they're starting to do a little bit of Rafa. No idea why. Seems really odd. I mean, I guess promoting the cooler Siren character makes sense, but like, you gotta show the others at least a little bit more, come on. But yeah, between the two, I was like, I don't know, the Vex is kind of sick, but Rafa kind of gives a little closer to the usual character I play. Unfortunately, no one is invisible, so can't easily say I'm playing that exact character. Did not mean to jump off that, my bad. But yeah, post that story. Low key, I need to look at a little bit better into the skill trees. I haven't actually really far behind in the stuff they've announced and info that's out at the moment. But yeah, I need to have a good look at that and really decide what I want to do. But I think it's gonna be a Rafa play, day 1 Rafa. Anyways, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna do some manga reading before I pass out. Still gonna play Siren Regards to Siren every other game, and gonna keep going. Great play, great play. Enjoy the reading. Thanks for hanging out, TJ. Hope you have an excellent night. Yeah, Vex seems like a good play. I don't know, 50-50 on it still, to be honest. There'll be more stuff that comes out. I think realistically the play is I just have to binge them all. Gotta binge them all as quickly as possible. I refuse to like not play a character like I did with Zane in Borderlands 3. It took me a really long time to play Moe's. I mean, I've got a huge list of video ideas that I want to do that I've either done before or I think would be a really cool idea for Borderlands 4. So I want to like hard focus those. But the second I've done like my main video list, my first plans, like video plans, then I want to just absolutely go ham on all the characters. I want to make builds to them all, try them all out, like actually fully play the game, because yeah, I really just kind of ignored Zane's existence in Borderlands 3 for ages. And a bunch of people asked me to play it too, and I was just like, I have all these videos I want to make, I don't have time. I really got to find time, because yeah, that'd be sick. That'd be sick. And also it does like it builds from the YouTube side of things. I really got to focus builds better. The amount of people that are still checking out builds to this day is crazy. Yeah. I just hope we have actually good Siren builds, because relying on 2 skills to be good kind of really, yeah, exactly. Yeah, a good variety would be kind of hype. It's going to be really interesting to see what the level cap situation is going to be like, and whether or not they raise it. I think like raise it post launch and whatever, like they usually do. So that's a very controversial topic of whether or not people like that or not. But yeah, I think they were like mentioning / hinting at it being a lower level cap. So yeah, I guess it's a good and bad thing. It kind of depends on where it lines up for build diversity. But yeah, we'll see. Hoping for good things. Beautiful. All right. Oh, I forgot a thing over here, and I'm stuck. My bad. These trees, I mean, they're definitely difficult because they're so like fanned out kind of situation, but in terms of inventory management, absolute dream compared to the others. The dark oak forest wasn't anywhere near as bad because we split it to the wood and then the leaves. It was honestly still kind of a headache to maintain the inventory, but the original forest, bruh. Mistakes were made, lessons were learned. That was a headache. This, nowhere near as bad. We can keep the variety of wood that we actually need on us pretty easily. And then we're just topping up the leaves. Nowhere near as many stops per tree. Like those big trees over there, we were stopping like 5 times a tree on average, which is disgusting. And like at least like an hour or 2 of the total build was just me rummaging around my ender chest, trying to find the 1 extra stack of something that I need, because I can only fit 1 extra stack of inventory. I don't know, I hope we get more solid level caps like Borderlands 2 did it, rather than straight to 70 1 month in. Yeah. So you rather more spaced out level caps, but bigger ones when they drop them. That checks out. I personally, I don't know what I really like. What am I trying to say here? I like level caps changes. I don't know what I like in terms of like the frequency of them. It doesn't really matter anyway, because they'll just do whatever the heck they want. In terms of like a lot of people were going crazy at content creators last in Borderlands 3 a little bit, but also in Wonderlands, being like, yo, you gotta express that this is bad for the community in the game and whatnot, yada yada, and just throwing it on a lot of content creators. Not me, because you know I'm a small little fish, but the bigger guys just cop them so much flack. Like, bro, they're not coding the game. You realize that? And they also don't really listen that much. Let's be real here. Chill with the negativity here. But in the middle of all that, I was like, man, I don't really care, to be honest. From a YouTuber point of view, it's obviously fantastic. But even like to change up builds and mix the game up and it gives you a bunch of different videos to make on it. But even as the gamer, who I was playing Borderlands games well before I made YouTube videos on them, I kind of really like level caps for the same reason anyways. Like, not to make a YouTube video on it, but to mix up my builds. I don't really care if I start getting, like, a stupid amount of OP strength. If my build, like, I could just have all the things I want, I don't really care, to be honest. I'll be OP. If I want a challenge, I'll just make myself make a build that's like, you know, centered around one particular gun or one certain class or something. Like, I'll make myself a challenge if I want it. But if they mess around with level caps again, I mean, me personally, I didn't care before. I definitely don't care now. Now it's even better. I'd be like, hell yeah, I make a ton more videos. Make some new builds. Mess around with the new weapons. The biggest problem with them, actually, that I don't like, is their balancing and scaling goes to absolute shite whenever they do it. If they did level caps right, I would agree, like, bigger changes would be nice. 1 or 2 levels is such a pain. Like, your weapons still kind of work. They kind of suck. It doesn't really, like, give you the full excitement of resetting and grinding new gear. But yeah, the scaling of weapons and gear goes haywire. Like, they don't really balance test anything at that new level. Which, yeah, would be nice if they covered that, if they're doing level cap increases again. Because I feel like that's the biggest headache. Some level caps, we just blatantly had, like, four guns that were, like, viable at the max level. Particularly when they were messing around with Mayhem levels originally. I remember, like, June, July of 2020, which, granted, was in the middle of, you know, the pandemic or whatever, but they added a level increase, and they obviously didn't check the power scaling of any of the weapons, and just none of them worked. We had like four options for guns. It was like the OPQ, the Radical, I think, at the time, or whatever version of that it was, the Beacon, or I forget what the original one is, but you know, that Hyperion, sorry, melee one, pistol with a crazy fire rate, that thing. It was like a launcher, and like that was it. There was like nothing else. If we're doing that with level caps, yeah, count me out. But if I can use things and it basically just gives me more skill points to mess around with in builds and grinding up my stuff again, does not bother me. Actually, I kind of like it low-key. I like playing the game. I like farming, you know. Oak leaves. Oak leaf. Oak leaf. Oh, I actually want more than that. Boing, 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 boing. Where am I at? Also, if you get a chance, get such a fun game being playing for it. I've never heard of this. Let me throw this to the side so I have it for later. Eh? No, don't turn that on. Leave me alone, Google. Oh. 10 out of 10 on Steam. 92% from PC Gamer. I've never heard of it. I'll have to check it out. Thank you, sir. Basically, it's a horror survival game. It's like Half-Life, SCPs, and around it. Oh, if all 3 of those games had a kid? Yeah. I was like trying to work out how the fuck a kid like was a video game or something. Checks out. I'll have a look. I'll tell you right now, I definitely don't have time for more video games. But I'll check it out. Because I definitely have time to watch more video games, that's for sure. What else do we want to build next? We built a couple of the mangrove ones. We're on 5 trees already, that's kind of crazy. And all of these, the last 4 have been mangrove trees. I'm gonna build that one over there, maybe. Oh, we got one just here. What are you? Are you a dark oak? You're a spruce. There we go, that's our other variation. We've got a spruce tree over here. Let's do that one. And it's half in the moss. You're not supposed to be there. That could still be us. This is... Oh, I actually got it back. Let's go. That's also still going to be covered. That one won't be. Another with that. Okay, this could still be moss though. The rest will not be covered. I don't think, yeah, I don't have any of the wood on me though, so we're gonna dump off our mangrove stuff. Okay, that in there, and the logs. That there. Do I do still have that on me. Beautiful. Bang, bang, bang. And yeah, may as well give it back. Probably shouldn't start leaving ender chests around. It's kind of how I end up with a mess and no ender chests left. Beautiful. Could probably... Do I have lanterns? Feeling I don't, but we're about to find out. Maybe shrimp, I don't. Let's go fly back, grab some real quick. Let's go grab some real quick. Ow, no drinking water. I'm losing my voice, I can feel it's going. Six is crazy. I'm running out of lanterns. Holy. I might actually have to start... Actually... Yeah, you can craft lanterns relatively cheap now, I'm pretty sure. Got a coal farm. And it's just coal and iron, right? Like coal for the torches, which we have sticks. We have a tree farm, so... Bam, we have sticks. Yeah, I was gonna say, why is there a hole here? It's because there will be leaves there. Cool. Yeah, we have sticks from the tree farm. And we have coal. That's the torture spot. And then it's just iron nuggets, right? Around the outside. Which we have an insane iron farm, which is currently overflowing again. Wait, it goes all the way out here? What the hell? We should probably sleep. There are spiders over there. Quick little nap, but to clarify, it's Half-Life graphics, grounds combat, and you're fighting islands that look like CPs. I don't know that game. Let me look it up. That's not it. There we go. That's it. I have seen of this game. Ish. It looks familiar. That looks horrendous. What is that thing? Horrendous. Alright, yeah, I'll have to check that game out after. Am I missing? Oh, alright, beautiful. Bam, bam, bam. Parkour, parkour. Eh. Out. How do we... Wait, yep, through here. Beautiful. Yeah, I think this is the last... it might not be the last variation of tree. It's the last variation of wood type. I'll have to check. And then we might call this the last tree. Just to keep the stream a little bit shorter. Keep my voice actually working. I do have to play basketball tonight. It would be ideal if I could still talk to my teammates. Just running down the court, like yelling for the ball, but nothing comes out. Yes! Be the ball! Yeah! Open! Just absolutely dying. Bam, bam, bam. That, and we've kind of been on a roll lately. As a team, but also me, I've actually been kind of killing it low-key, not to Not to toot my own horn, but definitely tooting my own horn. Score-wise, we've been having killer games back to back. It's kind of been sick. If you haven't heard, I've always liked basketball a lot. Used to play it a bunch as a kid. Like pretty much since I was, I'd say like 10 to maybe like 17. I think I stopped year before year 12 because I started taking, like, I went crazy in year 12 to get the best marks I could to get into whatever uni course I wanted to do. But yeah, I think every other year I was playing basketball. That's a bunch of different other sports at the same time, but basketball was my primary sport that I really liked. And then I basically played for like an hour on top of that, like at lunch every day, recess, whatever. And then yeah, I moved to the city, stopped playing naturally because, you know, we're at uni and whatever. And just, none of my mates. Ooh, are you supposed to be spruce? Does it really matter if you are spruce? I don't think you can actually be seen. That's probably why you're still spruce. I think I forgot to change you. Honestly, we'll leave you there for fun. Yeah, none of my mates that I used to play basketball with in high school were living in the same area, so we just stopped playing basketball. And then recently, Lily's friends were starting a mixed team, and I was like, low-key, I could fuck with playing basketball again, especially playing sport in general. Probably good for my health, rather than sitting behind a desk all day, every day, never doing enough exercise. Why is this? It sounded like my audio was, like, doubling. Here we go, though. But anyways, enough soloing. Catch you next time. Catch you next time, TJ. Have an excellent day, Percy. Thanks for stopping in. Dude, my back is cooked. Everything is cooked. My body's falling apart. Maybe perishing. But yeah, got into basketball again with the mixed team. Had a great time with that, and then I started playing on the men's team that the men's side of our mixed team plays on. So now I'm playing 2 games a week, and then we go out and practice in huge quotation marks. We basically just 3v3 or 4v4, and once a week, usually minimum, sometimes a couple times a week. I'm just ended up playing so much damn basketball. It's insane. No complaints of me, to be clear, but just playing a lot. Yeah. And then yeah, the last couple of weeks, right? I've hit a new score record each game, which is kind of insane. What was it? In the mixed game, I broke my record with 14 points. They have like weird rules. You can only score a certain amount of points per player. To like basically keep it so that you don't have like one insane team member just carrying the team. They also have a bunch of really weird rules. It's a whole thing, but you know, whatever. We get past that. We can't sleep, unfortunately. I was really hoping I didn't have to deal with the rain, but I guess not. Yeah, they have this cap on how much you can score, which is kind of lame, but alas, I need this plus. So yeah, I hit 14 points a couple weeks ago, which was my new highest. I think I'd scored like 12 once or twice before that, but it was when I'm pretty sure all the other boys were away, and we had fill-ins. So I was like our main guy. The rest of our fill-ins had played basketball, but you know, synergy with the team, or they haven't played in ages. I was mostly getting the scoring, but I was still well, I don't know, 12 is still a very good score, to be clear. Got 12 points. And then, yeah, recently I beat that record, finally. It had been like months since I had got that record. With 14, I was like, oh, hell yeah, what a sick game. Well, I'm just going to build another tree, screw it. Is this the same type, though? Do I have to change woods? Mangrove wood? Where's my woods? Not that hard to go bam, and bam, and bam. And do I have my mangrove here somewhere? Nope. That's empty. What did I run out of? Oak leaves? Oak leaves. Do that. I thought I heard you coming. Also, the thunder? How loud was that? Oh, was this like right next to me? Wait. I'm pretty sure I just saw a zombie horse. That is a lightning trap right there. I'm pretty certain I just watched that thing spawn in. That creeper also, right there. Could have got me in my sleep. Does that despawn the skeleton holes? Oh, he's just gonna chill there. I'm gonna ignore him, and he can Bing chillin' vibe. As long as he doesn't jump off the edge, which he is definitely very close to. I need my mangrove wood. Where is that? Give that back. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, bang. Bang. Beautiful. Yeah, then I broke our record, my record, right? With 14 points. I'm like, hell yeah, what a sick game. Let's go. I was just, I don't know, got a few easy shots, like free drives to the basket. I'm like, hell yeah, this is sick. And it just hit a good amount of shots after that mid ranges. Like, hell yeah, this is sick. Very next week, I break it again, and I fully score out, get our max score that I'm allowed to get. It was the first time I've ever done that, naturally, because that was my new record. Which is sick. I was like, oh hell yeah, back-to-back weeks, let's go. And then in the men's game doesn't have a cap, because they're not trying to balance anything. They're just like, yeah, go ham. If you have one good player, let him score all your points. I broke my record again, and got 18 points in the game, which was insane. Our whole team was just on fire that game for some reason. I guess we all just woke up on the right side of the bed, ate the right amount of Wheaties, and just went ham. But I broke my record, but it was completely like what's the word, like overshadowed, not intentionally, but like one of my teammates casually broke his scoring record at the same time, and got 28 points in one game, which I'm pretty sure his previous record was like not that much higher, not that much higher than 18. It might have been, you know, between 15 and 20 max, I'm pretty sure was his previous highest. And he'd been playing for longer as well. And then, yeah, he just, same day that we were just all on the same page, we all just started smashing shots. The team we were playing wasn't even like a bad team. We've played them before, and they're like right next to us on the ladder. We just went crazy, I guess. But yeah, he got 28 out of nowhere. Just went absolutely ham. I think he hit like 6 threes, which is wild. I don't shoot threes typically. I very rarely take them in game. Yeah. Don't know why, to be honest. My main game is definitely mid-range shots, which I did like do the math on the way home. If he got 28 and I got 18 and all my shots were 2-pointers, he actually only scored 2 more goals than me. It's just that he's getting all the bonus points of obviously hitting those 3-pointers 6 in one game is nasty work. So I wouldn't have even been that far behind. I just need to switch up. I need to get in my 3-point game. Which I guess is actually a bad idea anyways, because everyone's just shooting threes. Yeah, you're not always hitting threes. Yada yada yada. You know what I mean? But yeah, that was really funny. 3 games back to back to back. We broke our scoring record, which was kind of sick. I'm not expecting to hit that tonight, but hey, we've had an excellent run. It was also even on the back of the second game, the game that I scored out, right? I actually jarred my finger, like, badly, just before halftime, which, I'm pretty sure I've mentioned a few times on stream, I don't remember, but I am so, like, injury-prone to jarred fingers. Don't know why. I mean, I'm usually going for a rebound or whatever, and I just catch it on a weird angle, like you typically do when you jar a finger. If you haven't jarred a finger, I guess, if you don't play many sports, basically hit the ball on like the tip of your finger, and it like pushes down really hard on all your knuckles. And you basically bruise, if you hit it hard enough, it can bruise all 3 of your knuckle points in your finger, and it just basically blows it up. It gets fat, gets all bruised, hurts like hell. Really hurts to like clench your fist. Usually if you do it you don't even have to hit it hard enough to basically hit all 3 knuckles. You can bruise just 1 knuckle if it's a light one. You can bruise the top 2 is the pretty common one. Like, I do that pretty frequently. And yeah, if it's really bad, your whole finger is like black bruised. Usually takes me like a week to get over it, for the finger to go back, but I did it mid-game, and I've done it so many times that I'm also actually pretty used to continuing to play without it. Like, I'll just heavily compensate for that hand, dribble with the other hand, catch it with the other hand, and if I'm shooting, again, have done it so many times that if it's the middle finger on my right hand is the one I do the most. It's actually considerably fatter than the middle finger on my other side because it's I've done it that many times, which is terrible, by the way. Don't do this. If you jar your finger, just stop playing. Ice it and take ibuprofen and whatever the hell else you're supposed to do. Rest it, I guess. Probably a good idea. I'm stupid and just want to play basketball at all costs, so I keep playing. But I've gotten so good at it now that I just know how to compensate. I know how to shoot even with a busted finger. Get out of here, bot. Hold, ban, gone. Damn, account created in 2022. And it's a bot? That's a really old bot right there. That's an OG. I'm missing mangrove wood. Yoink. Yeah, I've got so used to playing with a busted finger that if it's my middle finger, I'm actually still completely fine at shooting because I just keep my finger back, my middle finger back from the rest of my fingers and shoot off the other 4, basically. If it's my pointer finger, it's way harder. Ball kind of slips out to the side. But yeah, I've got the tech down for if I jar my middle finger to the point where I jarred it mid-game of that scored out game. My second game in this run of breaking my record. Get back to back to back. And I just started hitting more shots. I started hitting more mid-range shots, which is crazy. The start of the game was mostly layups, which, if you don't play much basketball, or, you know, whatever, you don't really need your finger that much for that, because you're not, like, pushing the ball off at a distance. You're kind of already at the hooping, kind of just, like, dropping it off, basically. Just reaching up and dropping it off. Less finger pain in doing that. And then, yeah, after jarring my finger, I guess my brain just locked in. And I just started hitting mid-range shots, even though I had busted my finger up. And then scored out for the first time ever, even though my finger was bruised black and I couldn't close my fist anymore. And then, literally the next game, the men's game, that I got 18 points, it was definitely a lot better. I'd been icing it, resting it, taking, what's it called, ibuprofen, the anti-inflammatories, that's what it's called. And it fixed it up pretty well. And it was pretty much back, but I could feel it if someone threw the ball really hard and I tried to catch like a really fast pass, I could definitely feel it. But it was to the point where I was okay shooting again. I was just like kind of compensating a little bit for it. But even with that, even in the the messed up conditions, that's when I hit my scoring records. Not when, like, you know, I'm healthy and like I'm shooting fine and all that. Just couldn't get in the groove, I guess. And then the jarred finger is the secret weapon. It actually creates a magnet for the ball to the hoop. Okay, is this one giant or is it just me? Why is this tree so much bigger than the others? Maybe this is the last variant? I thought I've got all the wood type variants, but I think I was missing this this tree design itself, because this one definitely feels bigger than the rest. That or I'm high and it's completely the same. Oh. Don't stand in the block when you're trying to place it with the easy place. That doesn't work. Bam. These 4 on top. And then just this side left. And the final layer. Doop, 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 doop. Beautiful. That is 7 trees. 7 trees in an hour and 40. So realistically, if we smash out, we went a little bit faster the second hour. I guess we didn't actually do 4 in the first hour because we were yapping for a good 20 minutes showing you guys around the dark forest and the land and whatnot. I was about to say I should probably sleep, but I actually can't right now. It's baiting me. It's actually not dark enough. But yeah, this is the start. These are the trees. They very much overhang the water, which I think is like really cool for the vibe. That guy is a menace. He's a ticking time bomb waiting to happen. I really like this tree in particular. The overhang over all the water is gonna look so sick once the green glass is gonna go here. Gonna put water over here. It's all gonna be hanging over. Have some like reeds and frogs. We're gonna move the frogs into here. Breed up a million of them. Spread them around. Yeah, it's gonna look sick. Very keen. Let's quickly schlep. You can still see, and I don't get snuck up on by a creeper. Blow up half my tree I just built. A witch, casually. Alright. Fly until we cannot see the mobs anymore. Beautiful. Oh, bunk. But yeah, I'm gonna call stream there because my voice is going, and like I said, I kind of need it for basketball. But that is a good start, IMO, on the trees. 7 out of, how many did I say? 18? We're like kind of close to halfway. They're more condensed on this back side here, where there's the big pool of water. And then the other kind of spread out along here. I mean, you can kind of see how many there are from this. So any like big patch there is the schematic layer. How many did I say it was? 4, 8, 11, 14, 15, 15 more. So 22 total. We've done 7, 22 total. I'm going to build these over, hopefully, the rest of the day. Hopefully I can get it done. I'm just going to stop talking and let my voice rest. Throw some YouTube videos on the side. Smash these guys out. Don't know when the next stream is going to be. Apologies. My planning is in shambles at the moment. Don't know how we're going to go with my plan to get this project done as much as possible. Get the shorts done that I want to make for this project. Be as efficient as I can building this, so then we can also get ready for Borderlands 4 launch, which I'm actually so incredibly keen for. I'm keen to just smash out videos. I'm keen to actually post videos more than like, you know, once every few months. Currently we're on like a posting streak. We're posting like once a month. It's great. But I used to post daily on Borderlands, so I'm very keen to like just get on the grind and go crazy again. So keen for that. But yeah, I gotta work out a plan. I'm gonna build this today. I'm gonna get some damn good sleep tonight, hopefully, is my plan. I'm gonna create a new plan. We're gonna do the details, I think, off stream. If you haven't seen the other streams, I want to make I want to make these for biomes, right? And then go back. Like these are pretty rough. Like there's no water in that one yet. We're still building the trees. There's no like grass in this one here. Like we want to bone meal around the place. Blend the moss into grass, and the same over here as well. And then bushes, flowers, that kind of stuff. Maybe add some animals in there for some life, that kind of thing. This is not rendering. I don't have my render distance, and being in free cam does not load it. Yeah, this guy, we want to add the water again. Don't know what we're doing with the water yet. I'll make a decision. I'll do the thing. We'll see how we go with it. We want to actually spawn proof over here. Now that we have our pale oak trees, we didn't have those when we built this. I want to add some lighting under some pale moss carpets. Hopefully blend close enough to that color. And maybe just add a few patches here and there when we need to, just to light that up, because it's currently a mob trap without these lanterns spread around, but the lanterns are go as hell, so we'll fix that up. We'll add the details. We'll add some like custom coral, kelp, fun things in here. And then I'm thinking glass. 1 or 2 layers, maybe 3. It's not the problem of getting the glass itself. We actually have a sand duper, so it's really easy to get glass. Expensive to smelt it all, I'll tell you that for free. The wither farm is fantastic, but the amount of materials that we smelt burns through it like crazy, so it's still really expensive. But yeah, I'll make my mind up with that. Place an insane amount of glass, water on top, I think is the play. Leave the actual pit itself kind of empty, low key. It'll look full from the top, but once we actually go in, it'll be empty, leaving space for us to build. I think that's the play. I think, and that's it. We'll add all these details. I'll be back with a better plan, back with the shorts, and then we build the Studio Ghibli biome next, which I'm hoping we get that one finished before Borderlands 4 comes out. Well, now fully done, full details, all that jazz. It's our biggest biome by far. It's got 2 giant mountains, the size of, honestly, any of these individual biomes land. There's 2 of them. And then there's land in the middle with a custom build, which I'm going to tell you exactly what it is when we build it next stream. Very keen, very keen. I hope you're all excellent. I hope you're staying well. I hope you're not unwell like myself. Get some sleep, you know, get good sleep. It helps. But we're back next time. Follow on the Twitch. Drop a subscribe on the VOD channel if you're over there. Much appreciated. Super close to 100 subs over there, which is kind of sick. And yeah, go have a fantastic day. I'll catch you guys in the next stream. Follow the Discord / join the Discord if you want notifs, updates on videos and streams, and just to join the community if you want to. And that's my whole spiel. Go have a fantastic day. Goodbye.